Okay, well, today on the bench I have two Marantz SD800s. Okay, these are some of the very first decks I ever did. This was back during the coronavirus. I've had them for over 3 years. And they were real fun to learn on. And you can even see the red Loctite I put on those heads in there. So, but I did that without an oscilloscope. So, I'm really dying to see how that turned out. So, because I just did it by ear. So, and that head, I had to actually solder that head. That was like the first time I ever used a soldering gun. So, but we're going to do the heads on these decks. So, see how it turns out. I'm going to have to set my oscilloscope here. It'll only take a moment. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I adjusted these heads and the output levels by ear. And that's what we're looking at. So, we'll see what the XY mode says. Oh, that's just a little bit out of adjustment. I haven't played this in a long time. So, but this is what we're looking at. The heads are out of alignment and the outputs are out of alignment. So the first thing we're going to do is try to align the head. Okay? So the door has to come off. That just lifts up and away. Be careful, don't break those little tabs off of the door, okay? You don't want to do that. All right. So, you can see the red Loctite on that head. There's a lot of it. So that's going to take a couple minutes for me to get that off with some alcohol and some Q-tips, okay? So, but I like to just let that Q-tip sit there for a moment, all right? Let that alcohol seep in. So, these use a flathead screw. Most cassette decks use Phillips head. For some reason, no, that's got Phillips head. So this one having a flathead screw, somebody must have did that. So, let me get that cleaned off. And that way I'll pause this video for a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I know that didn't take long for you, but it was a nightmare for me. Okay, the screw that was in the heads was totally stripped out. So I had to remove it with a pair of pliers. So these flathead screws are so soft and they're brass. I don't know why somebody would do that. Okay. But I have another screw right here from another Marantz cassette deck. This one was actually full of cement. And to get that cement out, I had to use a miniature drill. Okay. So, let me get this screw in that hole. Get this back down and we can set these heads. So, a simple repair turned into an instant nightmare. So you have to be prepared for that. Now, normally I would have had to go to the hardware store and find a screw. But luckily I have mechanisms laying around. So let me get that screw in there and I'll be right back. Okay, so after getting that screw in there, after this nightmare, okay, I'm using a tape path cassette that I cut out so I could at least check and see where the path is. I don't want to stick my good tone tape in there, okay, until I get this somewhat close by my eyes, okay? So, you're not going to hear no music because YouTube will give me a strike. But we just want to see that it's not eating the tape, okay? So, all right. So I'm guessing now we can at least try the tone, see where it's at. Yeah, that's out of adjustment. So, okay, it's going to take two hands. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got that looking pretty straight. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. But by looking at them meters, I'm guessing the outputs are probably a little bit off. Oh yeah, so I'd say they're a little bit off. Okay, so we're gonna have to tweak some pots to get these channels to line up. And those pots are in here. This one right here. And another one over here. Because this is the channels here. Okay. So this is the left, this is the right. So I'm guessing by these meters here, it's the one on the right. So we'll tweak that one. See what happens. Up. Would help to have the right screwdriver. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pause this video. Okay, it's turning out to be a long video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So after tweaking the pots left and right, turning in the head, this is what we're looking at. Channels right on top of each other, peak to peak. Looking pretty awesome. You can see where that XY mode is. So that's looking pretty straight. It's probably as good as that's gonna get. So that's not bad. This thing is from 1978. So yeah, I could probably get that a teeny little bit better, but you know, who knows? Yeah, that's not that bad. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that works for me. Alright, so now I get to put some Loctite on that. And I'm going to use blue Loctite this time. I'm not using no more of that red. I'm just going to use a dab. And then I could put the face and the top back on it. And this one here is done. Alright, so the front's all back on. The meters are looking really good. The heads are looking really good. The Loctite is on the screw. Okay. The waveform channels are looking really good. So this Marantz is done. I just got the other one to do. Hopefully it will be nowhere near as difficult as this one. Okay, so, but at least I had that extra screw and some extra patience today. So I'm gonna put the door on, throw the lid on, and get this off of my damn table. Y'all have a good day. Party on.